Morning, morning. It is a good morning from Phalon Reacts. So, to start off, Scarlett Johansson has stepped up and calling out the whole PC nonsense, which is good. I never expected her to, because honestly, Hollywood feels like they're all social justice warrior stuff, and it's like, I have no interest in your stuff. Which is kind of odd considering I run a reaction and review channel and blog. I know. But kudos to that woman that she stepped up. That she is basically saying, like in that Civil War, no, you move, which is great. I love that. I've also been watching her movies since I was a kid, so because I'm not going to go spend 10 straight minutes just talking about it unless somebody actually asks something about it. That's all I wanted to say on the matter. I can point y'all towards some YouTubers that are actually covering that, like Mecha Random 42. I believe Geeks and Gamers is covering it. The Phantom Menace is usually very, very quick about covering things like that. But I just wanted to say my piece. I'm like, kudos to that woman. Hopefully there'll be more people coming out and saying, no, I'm not going to let you dictate what I can and can't do. Because when you start trying to dictate those kind of things at people, they get kind of ticked off. It's like nobody likes being told what to do, ever. So, okay, so Stranger Things. I haven't actually watched the show yet. It's on my list to do. After I complete the Umbrella Academy season, I will be starting in on Stranger Things and doing all 3 seasons, which great. My family swears by it, like it's so great. It takes place in the 80s, da 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 da. But yeah, my sister is telling me something about the references, like Never Ending Story, which, oh my gosh, that used to be one of my favorite movies. It was. I loved the movies. I don't care if it was Never Ending Story 1 or Never Ending Story 2. I love those movies. So, yeah, my niece, she's big into it, and she's like, you gotta watch it. So, yeah, it's on my to-do list. I was going to be doing a very different show after I finished Umbrella Academy. I was going to do Breaking Bad, but Stranger Things got bumped up there. I know a lot of people on Twitter were telling me that I should definitely watch Breaking Bad, and it'll eventually get done. It'll probably be moved into the slot after I finish the 2 seasons of Star Trek Discovery, which I've only made it through the first 6 episodes of the first season, and my family's like, oh, you have no idea. It's really bad. It only gets better after Captain Pike shows up. And I know a little bit about Captain Pike. I think he was in a wheelchair in like the pilot episode of Star Trek, like the original. But I don't know much about him or any of the Enterprise crew, which is good that they brought in the Enterprise. And they brought in the Enterprise in a very interesting way. They didn't bring any of the like cast or actors that are the cast, so at least from my understanding, I don't know if any of the crew like Kirk or them are going to be in it. I kind of hope not, because we've seen plenty of renditions of Kirk. I like Chris Pine playing that part, but Get some new material. There is plenty for you to do. Other than that. I have to say, and if y'all have watched my videos, Tilly is still my favorite. And I will be very upset if they kill her off. I'm like, she's awesome, she's adorable, she's really positive and happy, and you kind of need that, which is great. I like that they have somebody with a very happy personality to counteract with the whole somber attitude there is. Oh my gosh, good coffee. Yes, I'm drinking coffee. You can't see it. With Umbrella Academy, I'm really loving the show, but it's starting to become obvious what's going to go down. Because I was able to call out that Vanya actually had powers, because it made no sense. Why did Hargreaves keep her unless she had powers and he knew about it? And I'm wondering how that's going to play, if she's going to be able to stop whatever is going to happen. Because she can literally bend reality. Like, she could stop it raining. She could literally bend all those not electrical poles. Well, light poles, electrical. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. But overall, I'm getting really excited to see where this is going to go from here. I'm glad that they're going to have a second season. And I apologize any noise you're hearing. People go in and out of my room. That's why there's no video right now. But I'm kind of really curious on how things are going. I am still ticked off about the whole them completely destroying all that character development that we're getting. And I want to know what the mom and Pongo did. Did they kill the father? I wouldn't blame them, because he was a really bad dad. He treated them less as his children and more like his special army. He didn't teach them responsibility with their abilities. It's just very, very frustrating. Like, I hate you. But they wrote him well then. I honestly think with all these characters, they wrote very dynamic characters. I know that I've been kind of super critical about Allison, but she's starting to grow on me. And I'm still kind of ticked off with that scene with Allison and Luther. I wanted him to be able to finally go out in the world, because he never did. After he was, I guess you could say, mutated by his dad, he went to the moon and was marooned there by his dad. And Hargreaves may have meant well, but his landing needs some work. It's just, I don't understand it. For the life of me, I don't understand it. So I'm sure people have noticed that there has been a lack of visual in my videos. That is mostly because my OBS, for some reason, has stopped being able to encode actual video. So I'm in the process of finding what I can do to improve that quality. You won't see my face until I get a brand new camera. but I found one that I may get. It's like $20. It's a cheap one, but it will work. And it will be able to handle Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, whatever Windows is coming out. But yeah, I just need a good camera that can do what I need it. And if I have to find another video recorder for this Windows 7, and just telling y'all, this is an old computer that I'm using. This is a Windows 7 that I've had for about 10 years. And originally this was a Windows Vista. Do you know how bad those computers were? Their operating system was horrible. Great computer, horrible original operating system. Vista was okay for the time, but it was a lot like Windows Me 2nd Edition. Oh my gosh, it was bad. 2nd Edition was horrible for everyone. But yeah, I'm hoping to get that camera, and so y'all be able to see me. I may try and use my Windows Movie Maker recorder if push comes to shove, because I want y'all to be able to see me, and I want it to be as high quality as I can afford. I thought that I would be able to do some videos with this camera that I got a cord for. Turns out, no. It's also from the time of Vista. So it doesn't exactly work up to par. You can record, but you have to have one of those SanDisk memory and then put that memory into your computer, take that file, clean out the disk, put it back in the camera. I just would love some plug and play. That's it. Plug and play, that's all I want. Also, thank you for whoever left me a like. I appreciate it. I always appreciate any likes that people give me here. And if anybody has any comments, feel free to post down below. And if you have a question, you have a comment, you have some constructive criticism, I'm not looking for flash fry comments. I'm going to ignore those, because and it's not because, oh, I need a safe space, they're saying something bad about me. No. There's a difference between receiving some hate just because someone's hateful and telling you things about how it could be improved, starting a dialogue, which I would love to start a dialogue with y'all. That would be amazing. Because I really do want to talk to y'all about anything, at least entertainment related. And I also do have a Twitter. It is at Phalon Reacts. And y'all can talk to me about practically anything, but I won't talk politics with y'all. No. The only time I even mention politics is as long as it is related in some way to entertainment. But if you're wanting to talk about Cortez, I'm going to go the other way. Bye-bye. I just, no. Won't do it. I won't talk about Trump. I have no interest in talking about politics with people I don't know. I'm willing to talk to anybody about entertainment, though. I'm willing to hear about generally everything. Because politics and religion are two things that will get people fighting quickly. And saying that, I won't talk about religion. I won't talk about any belief system I have in regards to that. I don't want to hear what anybody else has to say on the matter because that's not what this channel is about. This channel is for people that like reactions, they like reviews, they like talking about entertainment. My live streams are for that reason. They're here for entertainment, to entertain you, to entertain me. And that's what I love to talk about. I talk about it all the time with family. They may not want to hear what I have to say, but yeah, I'm here to talk about that kind of stuff. But that's just me. Oh my gosh. So, as far as entertainment goes, I will admit I do love video games. I know this is not a video game channel. This is focusing mostly on TV, movies, cartoons, anime, and I do consider those two very different things. Though that line seems kind of blurred with Castlevania, which I'm so excited. I finally got the old game. I want to try it out to see how it compares to the anime and the video game. I want to see if it's the exact same storyline because, oh my goodness. Just, oh my goodness. Because I really have always been a kind of a gamer girl. I'll say that. Not a hardcore gamer girl. Oh my gosh, no. If I had a better computer, I'd probably also have another channel for me playing games, just live streaming me playing games. Which is partly one of the reasons I want that new camera. So I can plug it in and try it out that way, see if it'll work out. That way I can, but if I do anything like that, the games, it'll be on Twitch, and I may put a link on my Twitter. Though I'll admit I'm one of the most awkward people ever. But yeah. I can give y'all a bunch of people that are great gamers. Yes, I don't mind plugging people because I love YouTube. I love Twitch. I love Mixer. I don't spend as much time on Mixer as I used to. About a year ago, I was always streaming on Mixer. But I think my account back then was Warden's Rise. I've changed my name since then. I'm not telling anyone because I'm embarrassed and I'm horrible at gaming. It's true. Oh my gosh. Oh, my coffee's going cold. That sucks. That is like one of the most horrible things anybody can experience. Your coffee goes cold. And yeah, my dad got a French press. Well, he's had a French press, but apparently he's been doing it wrong. And he said he tried it out, but when you use the French press the correct way, it loses its bitter taste, which is kind of that's the point to have coffee, isn't it? You're supposed to have it a little bit bitter, depending on what kind of flavor and how much sugar you're putting in. And I'll admit, I used to put a ton of sugar in it. I stopped doing that. I just used creamer, but I make sure there is some flavoring to that creamer. And my favorite kind of, I think, coffee would have to be Frappuccino, which is basically coffee and ice cream. But when you have a migraine, you're going to go for that triple shot espresso in your Frappuccino. And lots of chocolate. Oh my gosh. You have no idea how much chocolate. Granted, I haven't had anything like that in over a year. Maybe 2 years. That's a sad thing, but I still have regular coffee. Coffee's good. I kind of really, really, really would love a chocolate creamer, but that's probably, don't know if that would defeat the point. Would probably need something like dark chocolate, which, oh my gosh, you have no idea. And I've completely gone off topic. But yeah, if anybody's watching this, feel free to pop something in the live chat about anything you want to discuss, because yay, I'm always here for that. I am still on the lookout for any good movies or TV shows. I'm kind of annoyed with what they've been saying about Alita Battle Angel. I haven't seen it. And that's not because I didn't want to see it. It's like, I don't have the money to go see that movie. I want to see it. I'll probably eventually see it. I don't know if it's on DVD yet or... Ooh, sorry. Kind of tired. I've been up since 5:30 my time. I want to see it. I want to see if it's as good. But considering who one of the writers were, the guy who wrote Titanic and a bunch of awesome, amazing films, I won't be surprised. And it will be proof that any anime can be converted into a movie or television show. It's like you just need good writers, even with bad graphics, which stuff does take a hit when it's bad graphics. If it's a good story, I'll watch it. I'm always interested in a good story. And I've said in my other videos, other live streams, the thing to get to me is I want dynamic characters. I want to feel things. I want to empathize with the hero or the villain or both. What I have really enjoyed and haven't seen that much of is when you start out empathizing with this character, loving this character. They're the protagonist, or so you think. And it turns out the person you've been going on this journey with is the villain. And by the end of it, it switches where you find out the person you were rooting for was the bad guy and the person you hated was the good guy all along. Which, I love those kind of twists. I want to see those kind of twists. Those are amazing. At least for me. As much as people try to subject our expectations, they do it in the wrong way, I think. Which I think is why people get so ticked off. If you want to really do that, make sure it's good writing. Make sure it's a shock nobody saw coming. I think, like with Game of Thrones, yes, I'm finally bringing that up. I didn't even know how to approach this, but I think it would have been easier if we had a season or two to really see Dany's downfall. There is a video out where they have Daenerys's eyes are white when she goes psycho, so it wasn't really her. Which I thought, now that would have been cool. Like, it would have been super awesome if at the end Jon realized that his brother turns out to be the true villain. I think that would have been an interesting way to go through with that. I would have been down for it. But they would have needed another season or two to really go into the story. I may have to find a fan fiction for that. That is my go-to. If I don't like how a show ended or I didn't like a specific episode, I will look for fan fiction. I am that fangirl. I'm not the type to want to go sign a petition like they had put up for redo the entire season. I'm like, heck no. They might screw it up all over again if they do, and then they'll make it worse. No. What I prefer is to just go over to Archive of Our Own or fanfiction.net and find a version I liked. Because there are a ton of fans out there that are great writers that could do it justice. I know that Martin had said he hates fan fiction, that writers should spend that time and energy writing their own story. But to me, fanfiction writing has always been a bit like therapy for people. It's how to deal with any anger or bitter feelings, which you really don't want those to boil up. But yeah, I'm a big supporter of fan media, which is why I have the podcast currently. I'm working on a series that deals with fan media. I've only got the first part one out. I'm working on the script for part 2. Part 1 dealt with fan fiction. Part 2 will deal with fan art. And then part 3 will deal with fan film. But the deal with fan art, it comes in many forms. I don't mean just drawings and paintings. Fan art is also cosplay, in my opinion, because you have to have attention to detail. You have to have some skill in putting that stuff together, or at least a whole heck of a lot of hard work if you're making it from scratch, if you're making it yourself. That's art to me. A different kind of art, or, well, a different medium than paintings. Because I love design. It's wonderful. Which I don't know how many people have actually covered fan media like I'm doing with my podcast, which I'll admit I'm a little bit awkward. I'm still trying to find, I guess you could say, my rhythm to it. And right now I am being sponsored by anchor.fm. Not on this channel, but on my podcast. Which is great about Anchor is with the sponsorships, you have to like write and film your own little commercial. And you can have up to like 3 sponsorships depending on how popular you are, which I really am hoping to get some more sponsorships, but I'm not very big. I haven't got very many views. But considering I only have 2 episodes, which episode 1 deals with not reactions, oh my lord, reboots. It deals with reboots and how much I don't like them. That I prefer continuations. If you can't get the actors or actresses or the originals, I'm sure you can find a way to still continue it on with keeping it in that same universe. Unless the universe exploded, then okay, maybe you do need a reboot. But overall, I'm not a big fan of reboots, which is why I'm trying to cover different topics in my podcast. that's why right now I'm doing the fan media, which will be a 3-parter, and then I'm going to move on to Star Wars, where I will be discussing the prequels, the original trilogy, and the sequels. I'm not looking forward to discussion about the sequels. I didn't like The Last Jedi. If you've seen my review on it, you can tell, because they did Mark Hamill wrong. They did Luke wrong. The Force Awakens, I think it was okay. I didn't hate it like some fans did. I honestly loved all the little Easter eggs. I was excited about the following episode, which turned out to be trash. Heck, the second prequel movie was better. And it was boring. It was so boring. Mostly what I liked out of the second movie was the music. Oh my gosh, the music. I am a big music fan, especially when it's cinematic. That's how you get me. That's how you make me feel. Music plays a really big part in things, which I'm happy with. Music sets a tone, which I had considered about covering like fan parodies and stuff like that in the podcast, but I've decided against it. Mostly because I know very few parodies. I know about the little, I guess you could say, parody of parodies. Don't you just love when family just walks past you? Okay, now I can't stop giggling like a little 5-year-old. Which is kind of funny considering I'm almost 36. Oh my gosh. Where was I going with? Oh, yeah. Fan music. I've only found a very few examples, but I feel like I guess I'm kind of merging it with the fan film section because they kind of go hand in hand. Because there are videos that people made like Weird Al's Star Wars parody, and then people make a parody of that, and there is a community of parody makers with Star Wars theme, which is great. I can find y'all a huge list of those, mostly because I subscribe to them, because there's just some videos that make me laugh. But like I said, that's videos. That's, in my opinion, fan films. Fan films aren't just movies to me. They are, well, I guess film, you would actually say movie. I guess you could say fan videos. Like, you can't compare Weird Al's parody with Star Wars Theory's Vader Shards of the Past, which, oh my gosh, I wish I could really support that guy. He is in the process of making episode 2. And I really am going to be really excited when that comes out. I'll definitely do a review for it. Speaking of fan films, though, I will be putting up a lot more reviews for fan films because I wholeheartedly support fan media, as you can tell, and as I've said many, many times, because learning those kind of skills can help you do a whole lot of things. It can actually give you the skills to break out into that kind of thing. There are people who have started as fan fiction writers and went on to become authors. Someone like I said, I'll use him as an example again, Star Wars here. Honestly, I believe he would make amazing movies, because just looking at Shards of the Past, he has the passion for filmmaking. He knows what storytelling is. But I also love his fan fiction videos. And there are tons of filmmakers that obviously have the talent, the skill, that they could do well. That they could do big productions. That they know what they're doing. And then fan artists. Oh my gosh. I love seeing their art. Regardless of what it is, it's just breathtaking. It's amazing. It's a good start for them. Or because I've seen some really lifelike paintings, I've seen some really great cartoons, like drawings and digital art, and it's a good starting point to me, where they could start doing art that they could really make money from, because the whole deal with fan media is you can't make any money off of it. But I think of it as a starting point where they can at least get the basics down and start creating things, original art, that they could make money off of, that they could do commissions for. I'm actually really proud of these people that start on this stuff. I used to write fanfiction a long time ago. Long time ago in a galaxy far, 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 far away. I haven't written anything like that in a long time. I miss it, though. I've only done a few fan videos, which, oh my gosh, kudos to people that spend so much time making these amazing videos, because that takes time, that takes skill. Even if you're just learning, the talent it takes. Like, I'll admit, my editing isn't the best, but I love fans. I love watching what they can make, that they can build, that they can create. Which is partly why I am a big supporter of the Fandom Menace. I'm a big supporter of the Fandom Collective. I'm a big supporter of fandom in general. They deserve every bit of it. And good morning to you, Fox. Hey. Glad to see you there. There is a little bit of a lag. I'm not sure how many seconds it is. Sorry. But I've mostly been just talking about everything. And I apologize if you hear dogs in the background, because not fun times. mostly my sister's dog. She's got like what? 1, 2, 4 dogs, and then my parents' 2 dogs. It's like, so if you hear a lot of barking, it's them. It's mostly the little dogs. The big dog does not like to bark. If he does, he is freaked out. Awesome. So much awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, because I was going off on a tangent about fan media and how much I love it. Oh gosh. I am a very bad fan because I still have yet to see Infinity War. Especially since, like, Bucky's my favorite. I like Cap, but I like Bucky better. I also need to watch the Thor and the... Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I'm such a procrastinator. I am such a procrastinator. I know I need to watch them, and I'll probably end up doing reviews. People told me everything that happened in the movies. So it kind of ruined me wanting to see them originally. Because people like to give me blow by blow. Oh, by the way, this person died. I'm like, oh, screw you. I did not need to know every detail. It's kind of annoying when people like spoil, like they come home from the theater and then they just have to tell you every little bit. And I try to watch a lot of the fandom's videos that's posted on Twitter, and they do sometimes let stuff out, but it's been how many years since like Thor came out? Ugh. But yeah, I'm all with you, Fox. I hate it when they do that. They're absolutely rude when they do that, which kind of ruins the whole thing when somebody wants to see it. But the bad thing is I can't afford to go to theater. I've already been told what happens to Spider-Man. So you can guess my problem. And it's funny, is like I've been kind of avoiding the Spider-Man reviews. Because I know Mecha Random, I believe she posted one. I think Mary posted one. There's been several people that have posted, and I've been trying to avoid it, but then you have family that wants to tell you everything. It's like, just because I'm a reviewer doesn't mean I need to know spoilers. Which is, oh, I don't have the money to do it. That requires cash. I would absolutely love to go see these movies. If I had the money to go see it right now, I would. I would have gone with my brother yesterday. He went and saw it and was talking about it. But yeah, I think I would spend my entire weekend at the movie theaters that's like a town over. Because the movie theater isn't really that packed. There's not that many people that go to it. I would just spend my entire day sitting in the theater, watching movies, and then doing a whole bunch of reviews. But sadly, no. You do what you work with. You got to do what you got to do, which is why a lot of my focus has been on television. Like, my Star Trek series is from the perspective of a non-Trekkie, which I think is doing okay. Granted, BitChute, it does better. I've almost got like 100 views on a bunch of my videos. But over here, I've only got like a handful of watches. It's like, why can't those views be over here? But I'm not gonna complain about my views on BitChute. I am really happy to have them, and I've got a couple of followers over there, which is good. Trying to get myself out everywhere I can, which is partly why I've started doing that podcast. I'm just trying to figure out how to script it right. Yes, they are. Oh my gosh. I don't know how like John Talks does it, getting like several K's worth of views in like an hour or less. I'm like, how do you guys do it? But I've only been at this for a couple of months, so I'm not gonna complain. Like I hear YouTubers. Yeah, same here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to present myself. Hoping soon I will be able to get a good camera. Found one on like Amazon for 18 bucks. So that people will be able to see my face again, because this camera sucks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm like, I can barely get out a video a day, but then I have to take a break because I don't want to wear myself out and hate doing this, because I love doing this. I love these live streams, even though not a lot of people come. I love doing my reviews. If I got out 3 or 4 a day, I would probably be running through shows constantly. Oh my gosh. And yeah, John has a full-time job on top of it. I'm like, how does one do that? But I have to shoot and reshoot stuff, so especially if I start stumbling over my words, like I sometimes do. It's like, oh no, that's bad. I'm like, if I had a better program or a better system, I probably could get out 2 or 3 videos a day. But I'm running on a Windows 7. Oh my gosh, really? Oh wow. Well, if he can make it full time, more power to him. I I'm sure I. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel you. There's just so many amazing YouTubers, but they've been on here for years. Like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, uh, he's been on here for years and years. When I started a couple of months ago, I was so self-conscious, but I've been listening to what he says about not caring what people say, which I'm trying to take to heart, but sometimes harder than not, because I'm not that much of a people person. I'm usually a very shy person, but I'm slowly getting more comfortable. Doing these audio only live streams does help, because putting myself out there is a little bit more difficult. Because it's a little bit like being on a phone. Sometimes I wish I could be like Mecha Random or Jesse from Mindless Entertainment, because they give zero crap about what anybody has to say to them, and they will call you on your crap, which is great. You got to respect that. You got to have some spine of steel there. Gosh, let's see. So, Fox, what's your opinion of Breaking Bad? I've kind of put it on the back burner to watch it because it's, to be perfectly honest, I've been kind of unsure about watching it, but a lot of people said it's good. But mostly the kind of shows I love are fantasy, sci-fi, supernatural, which is probably why Stranger Things got bumped up there. I've always enjoyed stuff. That's not lame that you haven't watched it. It might not be your cup of tea, which is not a bad thing. Not everybody likes the same things, and people can recommend it till the cows come home, but not everybody likes the same thing, which is why on this channel I keep on telling people, trust but verify. You can trust that this is my opinion, but I recommend you go see it for yourself. Because not everybody likes the same thing. Sometimes we like completely different things. Oh gosh, is it good? My family's like, well, my sister's family, they love it, absolutely love it. I don't think my parents have seen it, or I don't think my brother or his daughter have seen it, but my sister's family swear by it, especially my 12-year-old niece. She's just so excited about it. Now I forget what she keeps calling one of the monsters, a Gamorgan, or I can't think of what it is. I haven't seen any of it. I'm going to be starting from scratch after I finish the Umbrella Academy, which I'm loving right now, and wish there was more seasons. Oh my gosh, yeah, my knowledge is just and I refuse to let my family tell me about the episodes. The only thing they've actually managed to say is the Never-Ending Story theme song makes its way into an episode. So this should be an interesting ride. I'm guessing there's only like 10 to 12 episodes per season. So it may take me a while to get through everything because I'm going to go episode review, episode review, episode review. Oh my gosh. I did do that with Good Omens. Oh, season 3 has only 8 episodes? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, people were showing that it had really, really great ratings. It's like the best rated show on Netflix. So, which was great. I'm happy for that. It's like, wonder what it has to it that got those high ratings. Unless they've somehow addicted people. There's a lot of Netflix shows and movies I need to check out, I think. But I think mostly I've just been going off recommendations of people. Like, the reason I'm doing Umbrella Academy right now is because one of my best friends, who I've been friends with for, oh gosh, 15 years, suggested it. And she knows my likes. She always sends me different recommendations of music and movies because she knows my taste. After being friends for over a decade, she should know my taste. So I'm happy for it. Oh my gosh. There is just so much. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what. Right? Fox, right? It's like, you've been my best friend for this long. You don't know me? What is wrong with you? Yeah, last night we were staying up really late, just playing Pathfinder. I don't know if you know Pathfinder. It's a version of D&D which is supposed to be easier. Every time we do a campaign, we do she actually makes her own character sheets, and she's got them all completely coded. It's like, if you put this value in here, then it transfers over here if it affects it. She's really good with spreadsheets, but she's been doing these kind of things for a long time. She's really I don't want to say anal retentive about details, but she's very detail oriented, which is great. It's like, she will have everything prepped and ready. You want this, you go to this tab. If you want this, you go to this tab. You want to know what all this stuff is. She's really good at it. But I think that's mostly to deal with her background. She used to work in like a financial aid office at a college. So she would have to know spreadsheets in and out. I kind of would love it if my D&D group would do, Pathfinder group would do an online stream, because I think it would be hilarious. But the bad thing is she's on PlayStation. I'm on Xbox. I think we would have tried to play some games together if we weren't on two different consoles. Even though it feels like PlayStation is finally breaking down about allowing you to play with PC people, allow you to play with Xbox people. Like, there's this game Destiny that I like to play. Well, Destiny 2. September, you can now do cross save, which PlayStation wasn't going to allow. So it's really great that things are starting to come together. It would be awesome if it was cross play. It's like say you wanted to build a team and you go into a strike and it picks random people, and that you could have one person is on Xbox, another person's on PlayStation, and another person's on PC. I'm not sure. I haven't played Fortnite in forever. Oh my gosh. I stopped playing a long time ago, mostly because the friends I played with just disappeared on me. But yeah, I'm not sure. It might be. If they are, that'd be the correct step in the right direction. At least in my opinion. There's just so much games and stuff. It's like exciting. Eventually, hopefully, all the games will go to that if they're multiplayer, that you will be able to play with other systems. It's like then it will stop mattering, I think, where only specific you can only play with people on your platform. If it's cross-platform, that's a whole new bottle of wax. It's like, I would absolutely be for it. Well, yeah, Sony's been the one holding out this whole time. It's been a bit of a... It's like why some people have or are considering just... I was scared. I live in an old house, and my room is the only way to the bathroom. If you want a scary door sound, try the doors opened. No one's there, but the air catches the door and goes slam. So it's like, you kind of freak out for a second. She's like, oh, wait. But yeah, you'll hear a lot of squeaky doors. It's like, maybe I should be recording that and use that as a sound bite. Yeah, my family tries to be quiet because they know I do my filming in here. They know I do live streams when I can do it. Because I try to do a couple of live streams. It's been a while since I've done one. The last one was, oh my gosh, people were doing washing and drying because my room is a laundry room. So it's like, oh, this is not going to end well. Not even a little bit. Gosh. Oh, gosh. Man, I think we're covering everything TV stuff. One show I'm really waiting on getting a new season is Castlevania. Because I watched the first 2 seasons they have out, and then they announced season 3 would be coming. I enjoyed it. Didn't like how it was ended, though. They could have done better, I think. But that's mostly because I was like, why did you leave Alucard alone? I'm wondering if that's how it ends in the video game, because I just got the game and I'm really excited. No, it was 2 seasons. They have 2 seasons up. The first season is just setting up the story for everything. The second season is the meat of the story. Basically compresses that entire video game into 1 season, more or less. Because the first season, you find out why Dracula goes nuts. He literally loses his ever-loving mind. And I think it's a good setup, especially for if you're not a fan of the series or you've never played. Like before, I just had randomly picked it because it has one of my favorite actors in it. Oh my gosh, yes, check it out. Definitely check it out. They have it on Netflix right now. It's like, it's 2 short seasons, but it goes boom, boom, boom. As far as the storyline, the characters, everything, it's really great. Yay, I'm getting people to watch the stuff I like. I'm trying to find another anime, because I still need to do a few anime reviews, but I'm going to have to do it in, like, just watch a season or series and then review it. Because the weird thing with animes is it's like one long story, but it's cut into different episodes. So I'm still trying to find one I like or don't like. Oh my gosh, I watched Dragon Ball as a kid. Oh my gosh, yeah. And I do mean when it first aired. But I've watched Dragon Ball, I've watched Dragon Ball Z, I've watched Dragon Ball GT. I know that show gets a lot of flack from it, but it was pretty good. I did enjoy it. No, I don't think I've seen Dragon Ball Super. So I better write that down. Because I need stuff. I most definitely need stuff. Oh my gosh. Yay, pins. Hopefully they work. Because I have this habit of writing down everything. Whether I should be writing it down or not. Because you never know when a good idea is going to pop into your brain and you got to write it out. which is why I probably have like 50 notebooks. It's 4 or 5 years after the. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's cool. Need to ask my friend about it if he liked it. One of my best friends, he is a big Dragon Ball fan. Oops. No, don't fall. So he probably has watched it. Aw, Goten. If he wants to change his name to Gotten, that's his choice. Go everything. But doesn't go mean 5 in Japanese? Don't quote me on that because I really don't know the language. No, 6. Because I thought, well, Yon was 4. No, 5. You know what's sad? The way I have to learn to count is we're watching Naruto. Which I had no problem with the English dub in its earliest days. I know that people complained about the believe it tick he had about, but it never bothered me. And that tick didn't stay forever, unlike the in the original Japanese, where he said, "Oh crud, was it data bio?" Because his mom had a similar tick. But I apologize if I just murdered that word. I don't know the language. I haven't read it in forever. I haven't watched it in forever. Oh my gosh. It's been a couple of years. But I think, yeah, I'm not sure if the English caught up to the end of the series, because I know that the second series in Japan went off a long time ago because they wanted to do a spin-off, so they changed what had been originally decided that they had been building up to, which is lame. I know how things ended and stuff with that, but for a long time, the 2 main shows I watched were Naruto and Bleach. I liked Bleach. It wasn't bad. I was actually really, really happy with it. Sorry if you keep hearing clickings. I have to refresh some stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Twitter is crazy, man. Okay. Oh, you're not picking up the clicks. Awesome. So you have no idea if I can just constantly clicking things. Good, good. Last time I tried to do a live stream, the sound was really bad, but that might have been the dryer and the washer. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Trying to think. If there's anything I can think of. Okay. You're not wrong. Twitter is nuts. Also, how many parody accounts does Jesse need? Or Jeremy need? I'm not sure how many parody accounts there are. But if that's their thing, that's their thing. Me, I'm like, sipping my tea. That's none of mine, never mind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, oh man. Yeah, and that is true. They have a lot of fans and a lot of haters, in which I'm still very upset about the kind of messages Mecca has been receiving, those death threats. I'm like, and Twitter's not doing a thing about it. It's not going to make her jump off Twitter because she's definitely nothing like the actress that got claimed that got death threats, so she had to leave. Oh gosh, yeah, those people are definitely cowards. You never should send stuff like that. They're also those people are also zealots, which kind of makes me concerned. I just hope nothing happens. That they're just trying to make themselves look better than they are. One friend once told me, it's like, if you ever receive anything, ignore it. Ugh, Twitter's stupid. Which I think some people are starting to leave Twitter, at least conservatives are, to a platform that's similar to it. I think called GitHub or something like that. Because a lot of people don't like putting up with that stuff. So, yeah. Sorry, it's like, I'm trying to think of things to say. Because I was going on earlier, I was going on like full on discussion. I'll go get your coffee. I'll still be here, hopefully. Trying to think of things to say, discuss, because that's what I've just been doing all morning. I've been doing this for about an hour. I think the first part of the video I was discussing about Scarlett Johansson, kudos to her, Stranger Things, Star Trek Discovery, or as a lot of people like to call it, STD. And Umbrella Academy, which Luther deserved better. So does Klaus. Klaus is definitely my favorite. No matter how messed up he is. I see. Oh my gosh. Um. Oh, what the ever loving heck? Oh my gosh, Twitter is so crazy. Bless the fandom menace. Yeah, I've heard it several times called STD. But I have to put a colon between the T and the D because otherwise it might get flagged. But it's shorthand. It is complete shorthand. Just Star Trek is Star Trek, I guess. Um, I just hope it gets better. I want it to get better. It's like it has potential, but then it's like, well, if somebody would just rewrite the episodes in fan fiction form, I think it would be better. It's sad when fan fiction writers are better than the actual writers. Just get some hardcore Star Trek fans in there and I'll read it because they'll fix it. Why, yes, I do support and promote fanfiction. Because, oh my gosh, that is not an easy thing to do. Got to come up with the ideas, write the story, get a good beta. Though a lot of times these days, people are going, no beta, we die like men. At least an archive of our own. Which I'm still loving that tag. But it kind of makes me worried going into a story. Yes, Trek does need help. And I'm only on episode 6 and I can see that. It's like, I have so much hope for it and I'm sure I'm going to be failed. I would have been happy if they would have left that captain alive from the pilot, the one that died during, like, episode 2. If they could have just made a show about her, I think it would have done well. Because I love her. She was great. But I do question why they decided about the Star Trek symbol in the dirt. Because aren't they trying to avoid interfering in the peoples that are like less advanced than them? Because wouldn't they consider that symbol maybe holy or something? It's like, I may know a little bit, but not everything about Star Trek. Not a fan, but I know a little bit. Also, I'm very annoyed with how the Klingons look because they don't look like Klingons. They look like a completely different race. Because all I'm flashing back is my childhood and the dark, long hair and the way the faces were. It's like, I do not like this. This does not look right. I'm just curious on if... Oh, sorry. This is what I get for not having enough caffeine and getting up way too early. Because it's true. But I am the sleepy reactor right now. If I ever decide to change my channel name, it would be the Sleepy Reactor instead of Phalon Reacts. I've had a cup of coffee. I'm also trying to drink this bottle of water because my throat gets really dry from talking. Especially since I've been going at this since like 7:20 this morning. It's like 8:45 now. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Like I said, there will be interruptions from the sound from people coming in and out. All right. You take care, Foxy. Oh, happy to have you. Nice having someone to talk to rather than just me going on and on and on. Because it does get a little tedious. Well, at least tedious for me. It's like, just, oh, I will do my best. Hopefully someone else will come in and I can talk to them here. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Um, Yeah, you take care. Oh my gosh, trying to get comfortable. Not great to sit on your legs. And if anybody comes in, I am going to leave some links down if anybody is interested in them. Because I have mentioned my podcast, which you can either click down in my description, which there's like 5 different sources that you can catch it on. But probably the best way is Spotify. And you don't even have to download that app. If you have like a PC or a Mac, you can just bring up the webpage and listen. Or if you do have the app, you can just search Phalon Reacts. And let's see. I don't know if I mentioned while I was talking to Fox. I do have written reviews. If anybody's interested in it, I tried to keep any spoilers down to a minimum because I don't want to ruin the TV show or the movies for y'all because that's not fair. You shouldn't have to be subjected to that. I have 2 places I post my reviews on Blogspot and on Writer's Press, I believe, Written Press, like that. Also, if you would like to support this channel, there are a few ways you can do that. There is my tip jar, which will take you to PayPal if you want to donate something. I have my Teespring store, which is just some merchandise. You can look around. I'm in the process of trying to put up some new merchandise that's going to be much lower than the original because I just figured out how to do that. Like mugs will be like less than $10. And on Twitter, I will be posting some promo codes. The first one will be for half off. The second one will be for absolutely free shipping, which is great. Everybody needs free shipping. And all of it does help support this channel. So I can put out better stuff for y'all. I can just give better overall. Because the money will be going towards paying for a better computer, a new camera, any software I may need for this channel. So I can provide y'all with better content and better overall feeling for this channel. Because while I do this because I enjoy it, I'm doing this for y'all. This channel is to get my opinion out there, to give y'all a second opinion. And like I've said, you can trust that this is my opinion on something, but I want you to go out there and verify for yourself. Because no one believes the same thing unless you're a clone, in which we've seen Clone Wars. They didn't believe the same thing either. Because Rex and Cody may have were clones, but they were completely different personalities. People like Rex better. Oh my gosh. That is, you know what? That's what I want to try to get for my birthday. I want to get a Captain Rex Pop Funko Pop. That would be awesome. Because I have a Groot, a baby Groot. And I have a First Order Stormtrooper, which is really sad, but it was random things from loot boxes. And that's another thing I would like to do in the future. I would like to do loot boxes, openings and stuff. I'm not expecting for people like pay it, but I definitely would like to do loot box openings in the future. I don't expect it to happen immediately or anything like that, but just something fun. When I am able to do it, I will definitely look around to find some options. Like, I need to check to see if Geek Fuel is still around, and if it is, I may go through them to do a loot box opening, because that would be kind of cool. Geek Fuel had a lot of great stuff. That's where I get my First Order Stormtrooper. There used to be another service, I can't remember the name of it. It was a blue box. It was similar to Geek Fuel, and I loved it so much more. It was like $50 worth of merchandise. Or $150. I can't remember. But I've gotten so many great things. I got my Funko Pop of Groot. I got a snow globe, but it's the Eye of Sauron. Well, the tower. And instead of snow, you get ash. And then you got the one ring wrapped around the stone that holds it up in the black speech. I'll definitely have to take a picture eventually and post it up because that is so awesome. I sadly have some merchandise from Ghostbusters, the last one, but it's just a book that gives descriptions of ghosts and demons and stuff like that. It's pretty good as far as memorabilia go and merchandise.
Stop talking yourself.
I'm on air.
No, you're not.
Oh my gosh. I apologize for anything you heard. But we are still in the still going. Yeah, I'm sorry I keep going blank. I was like trying to think about what to talk about. I'm still new at this live streaming thing. But yeah. Oh my gosh. My friends are nuts. But yeah, like I was saying before, I am in the process of working on the whole merchandise bit as far as Teespring, and I am going to do loot box openings once it gets to that point that I can. I do have a lot of plans for the channel. Eventually, well, I do have a Patreon, but I'm not going to link it because I'm saving that for when I actually have some content I feel like could be Patreon only content. I am actually considering, once I have a better computer, that I will be doing TV shows for Patreon, like my reactions to episodes. And that's something I really wanted to do when I started this reaction, but I was going to go over every episode of Arrow, but the computer couldn't take it. It kept on crashing, which is sad, but that's okay. I have been doing that trailer reactions. I haven't done a trailer reaction in a while, though, because this computer is stupid. It's a good computer. It's lasted 10 years. Not all computers can say that. So, as long as it can keep going, I'll keep trekking along. But right now, what I currently use as far as streams and recordings, until they actually take away Hangouts, this is what I'm going to use for my streams. My recordings, I do on OBS, and then I do all my editing on Windows Movie Maker because Shotcut does not want to work, which sucks. I liked Shotcut because on my first couple of videos I did use it, and it worked well. It worked very well. I've tried to go a specific look for my videos. I know that if y'all seen my videos before, they all had a like black and white side and white text. But I decided to go for more colorful because that format could actually make it more wonky and hard to see. So, yeah. So I've kind of gone with a splash of color on all my thumbnails, which I recommend people go to canva.com, not Canvas, Canva, Canva.com. Think Media, I saw it on one of his videos. It's a great resource to create thumbnails and channel art. They have a ton of templates that are really professional looking. You can also make logos on there, especially if you can't come up with one of your own. You can do Facebook media kind of thing, Twitter, Instagram, all these different things. They have a search bar once you signed up, and it's free. The base is free. If you want to get more everything, you have to pay a subscription, which, considering how much I use Canva, I'd probably want to try out the pro or premium subscription they have, which is pretty great. I'm always looking for different services to actually improve on this channel. And I know that this isn't the highest quality channel, but it's a good channel. I love doing the reactions. I love doing the reviews. I love doing my podcast, which I still will be doing one very soon. So I'm hoping to keep up that good work. Because starting out a channel is not easy. It's a lot of learning new skills, learning everything. And I will tell y'all, the one thing I really want to do is build a good community with y'all. I want to hear y'all's feedback, whether it's a live stream or one of my videos. I would like to do all of that stuff. But yeah. Sorry, more people walking into the room. Creepy door hinges need to be oiled. Anybody have any, I can't think of what it's called. RW40? No. RD40? This is sad. I can't remember that. But yeah, I do want to build a community with y'all guys. Girls, other genders. Because this is what I'm here for. What is the point of me giving you some idea about a show, a movie, y'all getting my reactions, y'all getting my reviews if there's no one there? But I will catch y'all on the flip side.